Right into it. All right. Well, take it away.
Yeah, that was really
Mr.
awkward.
Host.
Mr. Host.
All right, so I'm the host today.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
been a pretty mellow week for us meaty junkies, I think.
Mhm.
Not much going on,
Mhm.
except for that Hunter and I saw Quiet Place Day 1 yesterday.
Yes.
We both walked out of the movie theater.
Late to the party.
Yeah, late to the Boston
Hey,
Europe.
it's not my fault.
Yeah.
I had to wait for him.
Yeah,
And
you know
then
what?
you couldn't wait.
Yeah,
It was
Austin.
still out.
I didn't wait at all.
Mr.
Yeah.
High and Mighty over here.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful you waited for me because we had a very fun experience together.
Mhm.
We both came out of the movie thinking it was probably a 10. I still think it's probably
I
9.5,
think it was
10.
100 because of the cat. 9
Yeah.
points for the cat,
Yeah.
10 points for the action.
Yeah, Hunter was obsessed with the cat the whole time. I was obsessed with the British guy, so
Yeah.
it evened out.
I love. Well, I don't think I've talked about it yet on the podcast because I couldn't yet.
Mhm.
But I
Oh,
love
yeah.
the movie. Very good. We've already talked about it like outside of recording, but
Yeah, like 2 seconds ago.
yeah. But I think it's below the first movie by a smidge, and then above the second movie by a bit.
A smidge.
Yeah.
A bit and a smidge.
Yeah. These are my rankings here.
Yeah, okay,
These
good.
my terms.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah. Yes, Hunter.
Tiny little spoiler, okay?
Okay.
If you like cats, you're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does not die like I thought it was going to die. but
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah, I know. I was very worried it was gonna
I
die.
will
So
say-
don't look away from the screen.
I will say it's probably the most unrealistic interpretation of how a cat would react in any given scenario
I know, yeah.
whatsoever. But
I don't think you have.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I thought it was an excellent movie. I thought that it was interesting to see how the humans dealt with, like, when they had the jets flying over saying to stay
Yeah.
quiet and all the monsters charging after it.
Something I was worried about before seeing the movie is that it being day one and there being a ton of monsters and it's in the city, I thought the movie would lose the charm that the other movies
Right.
had, which was the whole gimmick.
Mhm.
But it doesn't. It's
Yeah,
still very
still really
tense,
good.
still very scary.
Oh, yeah.
Not scary, but
No, I think
it's
very tense.
well, what's the word I'm looking? There's a word that applies. I can't remember what it is now. It's like
It's those movies are more
Suspenseful.
those movies are more thrillers than
Yeah,
horror movies
yeah, I agree.
in my eyes.
I agree.
So
I think I really do like the fact that they added a little thing at the beginning of the movie where it's saying
Oh, yeah.
New York City has an average noise decibels of 90
yeah,
the entire time, which is
Yeah.
a constant stream of sound, which is a really good reason because they put
yeah.
it in New York.
yeah, it's wild.
Basically, John Krasinski is a genius.
Yeah, yep. For
And
sure.
obviously,
Big brain.
I've already talked about it multiple times, but recent rec, The Office,
Oh,
so
yeah?
good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still watching
How
it.
are you? How's that been going for you? Where are you about now?
We're on season 6 now.
Okay.
So
I haven't watched in a while. since I've been
It's
watching
gonna
it.
drop off a little bit after season 7, but it's still good.
yeah, I've heard
Do
so.
you know what happens at the end of season 7?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know
say
anything.
Doesn't he?
Don't say anything.
Doesn't he die?
Yeah, don't they all die?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all die.
Don't the monsters from Quiet Place come in and
Yeah.
kill
I
them
mean,
all?
that's why he had inspiration.
Yeah,
to
it's-
make the monster.
Connected
remembered.
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Krasinski verse.
Yeah. Very good.
Also, yeah, Jim's like the main character of Office.
Yeah, I think that as it goes on, like I think for the first few seasons he's definitely the main character, but as it goes on, it focuses more on everybody. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of movies, I'm going to see one right after we're done recording
Oh,
this.
cool.
What is it?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna see that Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, you are?
I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad,
I
but
thought
I'm
you guys-
excited.
I thought you guys didn't like Deadpool movies because they weren't really true series. You guys said this on, I think it was Moral Compass. You guys were like, I don't like Deadpool movies because
He
they're
never
not.
said that.
No, I actually just watched the Deadpool movies for the first time.
Oh.
He didn't watch.
Yeah.
the
Oh, so
first
that
movies.
opinion was
I don't remember making that opinion,
I-
but
I don't think either of us ever said that.
Well, I'll play the clip for you at some point. I'll send it to you
I
guys.
guarantee you, I never said anything about
but-
clip that and send
No.
it to
Yeah,
us.
but okay, then maybe because my dad was like, "Do you want to watch Deadpool?" And I was like, "Maybe," but I don't think Hunter and Austin like it very much. But if you guys like it, I'll watch the first 2 movies.
Oh
And,
yeah, I watched the first two.
Yeah, I just watched the second one last night.
which one did you like more?
It's another Quiet Place scenario
yeah.
where they're both so good.
Mm.
I do think I like the first one
Yeah, I
more
was gonna
though.
say I like the first one.
Usually
Yeah.
it's how it goes. Have you guys seen the new Xbox controller for Deadpool?
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have to say anything else about it.
we don't gotta talk about
if
that.
you're curious, look it up. If you're not,
Yeah.
you don't have to be.
But getting into my small talk, I have probably just as much as the last time.
Seriously?
Probably.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, just one more little thing before you start.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
power washed my driveway And it was.
Talk about power washing.
I know, because I got Power Wash Simulator,
Okay.
and then it came a thing was like, ooh, I really like this. Like I'm on the last area in the game actually. I was like, I kind of want to do it in real life, so I power wash my driveway. I was like, this is amazing. I might. So I think next summer I'm gonna actually start a business. I'm gonna power wash people's driveway for money. Like,
Are you really?
yeah,
Wow.
just a little like
Can I
I'll put a little
join you?
flyers where it's like,
Yeah.
local boy will power wash your driveway.
All three of us should just start a power
That'd
washing
be
company.
sick,
I would
dude.
join you.
A power washing podcast.
Yeah.
Even though if I even joined you, I would fly across the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
So that was my experience. That's my recent rec for you is power
Yes.
washing.
Yeah.
It's a very
So I have some pretty bad news actually.
Uh-oh. I think I already know where this is
Don't
going.
tell me Clarence is dad.
Yeah, he is.
Uh,
Unfortunately, crabs are not like their lobster friends. They're not immortal.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Clarence has passed away. He was doing very well, and this was very sudden. He was switching shells. He was doing completely normal crab things. It was until we were going to get more saltwater fish, and we went to a like saltwater fish store, basically like
Oh, wow.
a coral store,
Uh-huh.
and it's not at all the clerk's fault. I don't want
It's
to put any
Every
blame.
single bit of the clerk's fault.
No.
I don't want to put any blame on anybody here, but the main reason, or at least we believe it was a combination of things, but the main reason that he died was because there is this bacteria. It's good bacteria, supposedly, that you're supposed to put in saltwater tanks and basically cycle the tank and let it basically go through this cycle to where it eventually clears out and it's good and has lots of nutrients for the creatures that live in it.
Yeah.
The one thing he didn't tell us is that although it's still possible to do, it's a lot harder for beginners to take care of cycling tanks while there are critters inside of it.
Oh.
I think the clerk was under the assumption that we knew that you really shouldn't have any living creatures inside of it while the tank is cycling.
Oh no.
So what this bacteria does is it competes for oxygen in the tank with whatever is inside of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He suffocated to death.
We think that is why, yes.
Oh no.
Yes. Listen, I
He
was
will die.
abiding by the instructions
He
given to
will
me.
die.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
No one told me
It's
that
no one's fault.
no one told me that Clarence would
You know what?
die.
Actually, it's Clarence's fault. He should have told
Yeah.
you that was bad.
Don't you blame this on him.
Now,
Yeah.
so are all of them dead?
No.
No.
Just Clarence.
Just
Clarence was the only one in the
So
saltwater
now
tank.
you know. Oh, okay.
And-
Wait, he needed a friend too. Remember?
Yeah, so
That's why he died, because you made him depressed and killed
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane. Anyway,
the theories.
yeah,
Well,
but the other crabs are still alive and doing well.
Good.
So we're going to continue taking care of them, even though the whole reason we got them was for Clarence.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm actually going to be getting a third one because one of them is molting right now which means deep underground, and is
hiding.
not socializing. Well, yeah, when they molt, it basically means they're growing, so they go and they dig themselves underground.
I
and
love the social aspect of this. They're like
Yeah.
they need to have their own little like
companions.
little like.
So we're
club.
getting another one. The ones that we have now, the land hermit crabs, is Clementine. That was the first
Yep.
one, and then Coraline, and then the
Ooh.
third one. The third one is going to be Claude.
Oh.
Claude.
Clementine,
That's
Coraline,
funny.
You
and
have to name
Claude.
one Klaus.
True.
Remember
Very
that?
true.
Hello, my name is
Oh
Klaus.
my
Yeah.
God.
That was one of the first Luke and Hunter bits. That goes back to like
Oh.
freshman year, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's even earlier than freshman.
He used to run at me going, "Hello, my name is Klaus."
I used to do not even just. I would run at him and yell at him and just go, "Hello, my name is Klaus."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that was a bit. So that's we gotta name the next one. If you get it
Very
for
true.
forgot about Klaus.
I know. I just popped into my head when he said that. It was like
That was,
Klaus.
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite
I know.
bits that I've ever done.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I like the name. I've always liked the name Coraline, not just because of the Neil Gaiman book, but just because I like that. I think it's a very nice name.
I will say I like Coraline significantly more than
Luke does,
Clementine.
oh.
Yeah, well, but Coraline is very social.
Oh,
like
good.
like
That's good.
loves.
Shaking hands with all of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Shaking claws.
Very social crab. But yes, rest in peace, Clarence.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no.
really, it's funny because even the saltwater hermit crabs they have in the store are significantly like tiny compared to what Clarence was.
Ooh.
Yeah.
he
Basically,
might have been near the end of his life anyway.
he wasn't, but the problem is it's really hard to domesticate something that's lived in the
Sure.
wild
Yeah.
for all those years, and he had been through so much stress
I
that
mean, yeah,
that was
he really- yeah.
Bag
yeah.
for 2 days
He
and 10 hours.
he went through a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah, he
so
really did.
we did the best we could
Yep.
to give him a new ocean, but it didn't work out. I still have his conch shell. I'm thinking of
Aw.
making like a keychain out of it maybe,
Oh,
and keeping
yeah.
it with my keys.
Engrave it.
One more thing I have
Your
to
lies, Clarence.
one more thing I have to show you guys that I was supposed to show you on the last episode, but I forgot because
Idiot.
I was so
Stupid.
stupid.
Tired.
Yeah, tired. Something.
You bumped your mic?
It's actually a very cool thing.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was real.
It's a
I heard this guy
lobster.
jump
This
scared.
guy's.
I'll put a picture of it
I
on,
love him.
on the
It
podcast.
kind of reminds me of like a sport.
I like his
Yeah.
shoulders. He's like,
With the eyes.
Which it's sad to me because that I don't have the saltwater tank anymore because he was going to go in there.
scare them.
Yeah, he would be their god basically.
yeah, I'd
you
worship
can
them.
still
Um,
put it in there, can't you?
What
Well,
are his names?
we're getting rid of the saltwater tank. We're keeping the land hermit crabs. We're
No, but
thinking.
then you could-
all
couldn't
that
you
money,
put it
you
in
should
there?
donate it then, or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
when you bought that, that's probably expensive.
It was expensive, yeah. So we're trying to figure out what to do with it. But once we get a bigger tank for the land hermit crabs, this will probably go in there.
Right.
But
I like
they're
it.
cool. Would you like to? Oh my
Stop
gosh!
doing that.
I'm sorry. There you go. Okay, you can
Mine
hold
now.
it.
Now we all have a
No,
lobster.
hey,
Now we all have a lobster here. on
we
the table.
all have a lobster here on
I
the
just need to
table.
bring Golden Rat. He
Big
keeps
dog.
worming his way back in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was cool.
Not-
Oh, he's like a spiny one.
Yeah, he has.
Oh yeah, I forgot
spiny-
about spiny lobsters.
Yeah. So
So
he'll sit right here. For today.
yay, that's a nice
Yep.
little desk piece.
Yeah. Why
So what is his name?
not?
We have Golden.
Golden
Ralph?
Ralph. Is that his name?
Yeah, Golden Ralph.
Ralph Goldenish was his name. should be.
This guy's name will be. I don't know. What does he look like? Does he look like a Klaus?
Maybe that is Klaus.
This is Klaus.
Immortalized.
Klaus the
I
lobster.
don't know. I always think Klaus is have to wear glasses and have gray hair.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well, the
what?
guy who created Klaus said I should be the one.
Yeah. Who decides who Klaus is?
Yeah. So who's
Um,
this then? He's very spiny.
Gary.
Gary.
Gary Winthrop.
Gary Winthrop. Is that his name?
That is his name, and I'll explain to you why after
Why?
the episode's over.
Oh,
Oh.
you remember Terry Winsteady?
Oh.
Well.
I don't want to name
It's-
him that.
It's a play on. It's a play on.
Gary
Gary
Winthrop, which is an
Winthrop.
important part of Luke and Hunter lore. Pre-Media Junkies.
All right.
lore.
We'll name him Gary Winthrop then.
Okay,
Very
yeah.
good.
He's
Gary
very good.
Winthrop. There you are.
He's immortalized.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else small talk related that I have? No. I think we can start the
All
episode
right,
now.
wonderful.
Yay,
Well, that
finally.
was very structural and organized.
Yeah,
Everybody, thank you
Very,
for this.
very good. You're
Very
welcome.
good. It's time for my episode,
Yes.
and I told Austin what this was before we were here in the
Mhm.
cottage. Well, you're not missing on anything, okay? It was like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I can't believe we haven't done this already." We're gonna be talking about characters that we really like in media. The
Mhm.
inspiration came to me from talking about Quiet Place and how much I really liked the main character. I liked her attitude. I thought she was very well written,
Yes.
and I wanted to explore some more characters that I really liked that I thought were very well written.
Okay. So, who is everyone's favorite character of all time? We can start with that.
Oh.
So the one
Favorite
that,
character
the one
of
that
all
always
time.
springs to mind to me is William Afton, but that's just because I think he's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But lately I've been kind of veering away from that because I've been experiencing some of the other forms of media.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to get back to you on that one. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I'll think about it more while you guys are talking
Yeah.
and ignore what you're saying. Okay.
What about you,
I
Hunter?
have a lot because there's an anime that I've watched.
Just like throw some
Yeah.
out there off the top of your head.
Throw out there. I think Kite was really cool from Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
I'm really mad about what they did to him now.
Okay. But why did you like him?
He was
initially?
supposed to be. He was gonna be like this really cool character where like he had the slots ability where he could like it has certain numbers he can get and he will like have a certain weapon or whatever.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
kind of just killed him off. Like
Aw.
they off screened
Mm.
him too. I'm like,
No.
what
Yeah.
happened was one of the Chimera ants jumped at like Gon, Kite, and Killua,
Mhm.
and he puts his arm out, and he gets his arm chopped off, and then he
Oh,
pulls out
no.
this
Oh.
one his the crazy slots, and he gets 3, which is a wand of resurrection.
Mm.
So he comes back to life, but he's not his adult
Gosh darn it.
form.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really mad about that because he was gonna be such a cool character, and then they just kill him like that.
What I think, whoa, that was loud.
Yeah.
What I think is funny about this is that you talked about these chimera ant things before, probably like 3 or 4 times, but I've never seen them, so I just have to imagine. No, don't
Yeah.
show me. I want to keep the mystery alive in my brain.
Yeah.
I want to imagine.
Well, they all look very different. That's why I can't really show you. Well, the one that I was gonna show you was
They just are so unbelievably incredible looking. I can't look at them. I'm not allowed.
I mean, not that. It's just like they're just amalgamations, is what the word is called. I think.
The word is called.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I always do like characters like that. I have a really neat gimmick. Like Bill
Yeah.
Cipher from Gravity Falls. I always really liked
Oh yeah,
his.
Bill Cipher.
I really liked his voice, and I
Mhm.
liked how I don't know. I liked the way he was animated and his gimmicks and everything.
Apparently, they're making a movie.
That's okay.
I
I don't know where that comes from.
Gravity Falls.
I think what I've heard because the Book of Bill it looks very
No.
cool. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So they're having a new Gravity Falls book that's for adults or
Yeah.
for older teens
Mhm.
called The Book of Bill. And have you seen the pictures of it in stores?
I haven't.
They have it on like the center of the bookshelf, and all the other books that are around it have like splotches on them from like coming out from the book.
Oh,
So like it's taking over. Like it looks
Yeah.
really cool.
that's very cool.
Um,
I'm excited for that. I think that's a good idea.
yeah.
I don't want them to continue again with like smile,
Yeah.
aimless cash grabs.
Right.
I'm worried of
But
that.
Alex Hirsch has.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to end after season 2, which is why I think actually a movie might be a better step forward than a third
I
season.
think the movie might just be like it might have been just been the book because somebody did like some weird thing where it was a website or whatever they went to and it said 6 days. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it was,
6 days.
but it said like it was like 6 days and so many hours or whatever.
Like foreshadowing something
foreshadowing
new.
something. It was from Gravity Falls.
It probably was just the book then.
But Alex Hirsch is a very he's very conscious. He's like it feels like an indie show if that makes sense. Like
Mhm.
he knows what he wants. He's making what he wants to make. He ended
Right.
it when he wanted to end it. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty like there's not really much filler in it.
Right.
Well, how can you really do much filler with that show like Gravity Falls?
Right. I know.
Yeah.
Everything's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's okay. They kind of veered off on the topic, but I think Gravity Falls is a very good show.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
really like it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
What about you, Austin? What are some characters that you really like?
Well, some of them are kind of like basic, but Arthur Morgan is one of my favorite
I knew you were gonna say that.
protagonists of
I
all
had it in my
time.
head, I was like, yeah.
Arthur Morgan, he's up there, as well as the villain Micah. He's one of the best villains of all time. Then from like TV shows and stuff, obviously there's most people like Walter White from Breaking Bad the most out of that show.
Never heard of that. I'm kidding.
You never heard of that show before? Yeah.
Everybody knows that guy.
But I would actually say Jesse Pinkman is my favorite character from the show. He's
It's a very silly last name.
it is. Pink Man.
How do I watch Breaking Bad? With your eyes.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, yeah.
I can just go watch it right now.
Yeah.
I haven't done that
It's
yet.
very
You
good.
could also
I remember at the beginning of this 3 Media Junkies nonsense, this crap. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this, like the first thing I remember is that Hunter was watching Breaking Bad, and you guys were texting back and forth about it in the group
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
Maybe I'll have to revitalize.
Did
that.
you ever finish it, Hunter?
Yeah.
You did?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
The shifty eyes. He was like,
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
finished
no,
it.
yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Well, it's so long ago that I can't even remember
Yeah.
how it ended.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I probably will like Better Call Saul too, because obviously being
Yeah.
a
Oh,
lawyer.
yeah, I watched El Camino, Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, is El Camino a show or?
It's a movie.
I thought so.
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah, so Breaking Bad is obviously one of those that I've always wanted to watch, so maybe
Mhm.
I'll have to get around to that
But-
sometime.
Breaking Bad, I mean, literally probably every single character in the show is just like
Mhm.
really well written.
Nacho.
Very good show.
There's a character named Nacho, isn't there?
Yeah.
Nacho,
I
yeah.
always know that.
He's
kid.
my favorite character in Better Call Saul.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was my Spanish name for many
Yeah.
years. Still is for many.
He's not in
years.
Breaking Bad, but
Oh.
he's
Nacho is pretty cool.
yeah, he's probably my favorite character in Better Call Saul.
Yeah, so I'll have to watch those shows eventually. Maybe-
Which that's funny actually because Nacho literally is like the Jesse Pinkman of Better Call Saul.
Oh, that's
Like the
funny.
way his arc goes.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's just those kinds of characters that
I love
I prefer.
I love character. I would love to write it, just like write a character someday. I don't have to
Yeah.
write the story around it, just like write. A
I would
character.
say on this note, as much as I love like villains and like characters
Oh, yeah.
like that, I think my favorite kind of character, which it just makes sense after talking about Arthur Morgan and then Jesse Pinkman,
Yeah.
is the kind of character that is like kind of finds themselves where they stand morally and like
Oh,
divides
man.
themselves from like a bad person basically.
Oh yeah. I
Like
that kind of stuff,
that's
too.
how Jesse Pinkman
Yeah.
is. That's how Arthur is. The whole point of Arthur's story is that he's learning that he's not a very good person and he has very limited time to change that.
Ooh.
So his whole story is, becoming a better person in that limited time. How he
Sounds
does
very
that
good. Sounds
is
like
very
a really
good.
good game that I
Yeah.
should play someday.
I have realized something. In like, in both, what's it called? Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, there's no good guy.
Oh yeah.
There's not a single good guy in there.
Yeah.
I like those kinds of things
Which
too.
again, that's why I like Jesse so much, is because I feel like if
Yeah.
there is a good person in the
It's-
show,
yeah.
it would be him, even though he lives a very bad life and
Mhm.
he
Well-
makes the choices to where he gets,
Yeah.
but
And the show doesn't even revolve around him either, does it? Like
he's a secondary
he's like the Luigi.
protagonist.
What
What
is
is
it?
that now?
Oh, that's just in here. He's pointing to the curtain. It's just in here because of the anniversary.
Oh yeah,
tomorrow,
this coffee shop that we're in is celebrating its 10th year anniversary.
Yeah.
Which is very
Yay.
interesting because we're going to be celebrating our 1st year anniversary very soon.
Very soon, yeah.
Be on the lookout for that, guys.
Can't
Yeah.
wait.
We were actually talking about. Okay, so the last episode was edited by me actually. Well,
It was.
It was taught. Awesome,
I-
Tom edited.
It was his first lesson on
Yeah.
how to edit.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah.
Our audience member.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey.
I really liked it and I want to do more. But what we're talking about a little bit there during that conversation was that the 1 year anniversary episode is going to be very big.
It is
Very
gonna be
long.
big.
And we're probably going to end up recording it before like even maybe sooner than we think. Like I think at
Yeah.
least before summer ends we should record it. Do you think?
I don't know, because again, like, I'm keeping the topic a secret from you guys, but the way the topic is structured, we can't film it too soon.
Oh, that's
You
right.
know,
You did say that.
We can't record it too much in advance.
So
maybe
September
like
26th, right?
right, maybe like 2 weeks in advance at the most.
Okay.
At the most.
Well, we'll be in school then, but we'll have to do like a weekend where we like
Yeah.
What
We'll make
we
it
used to do.
work.
We'll make it work. We
Um,
always do. We're the media junkies.
yeah.
We're the three media junkies.
We can't miss our anniversary though.
That would be
Cannot.
insane.
That would be
That is something
terrible.
we cannot do.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I'm going to Europe again.
I mean,
Ah.
luckily, obviously, it's on a day that we always upload anyway. It's on a Friday. So,
That's not how years work.
what do you mean?
It shouldn't be on a Friday
Is it not?
because that's not how years work. Like September 26th isn't going to be on a Friday.
Maybe? I don't know.
Or am I completely off my court?
Well, I feel like it
No,
can
it's a
be the same.
Thursday.
Oh, it's a Thursday?
September 26th.
Yeah, because it doesn't it move back.
Yeah. So we'll have an early upload then
Okay.
for the anniversary.
Or wait, our first episode was released on 26th.
Yeah.
Huh.
A little bit of.
But
or
yeah,
maybe in the 28th. I don't
don't know.
remember.
we'll have to see. But yeah, okay,
But,
so we all talked about what, like, our favorite characters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Bill Cipher isn't really my favorite character, but I really
Yeah.
don't have one. I love so many different characters that like.
I will say Bill Cipher, I think I've said this before, but Bill Cipher, I think, is maybe my favorite villain of all
Yeah.
time. It's very close,
He's just so
but
entertaining. Like
he
every time he's on
is.
screen, I'm just
He's
like,
very good.
yay!
Yeah.
The 22nd was our first episode.
Oh, 22nd.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
that's
Also,
still not a.
For this, it says people. I think it's like people who were referenced. There's Scott Cawthon. I have no idea who this is. I don't remember ever referencing this person named Cassie.
Cassie.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe we were
from-
talking about FNAF.
yeah, that's
But,
probably
like,
what it was.
Cassidy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Toby
Yeah,
Fox.
yeah. It says Toby Fox.
Is that's an auto? Spotify's been doing this weird thing lately. It's been like adding in a whole. Man, we never stay on topic, do we?
No.
It's been
Well,
adding.
that's the whole point of this podcast.
That is true. It's
But we do
freeform.
have to. We do have to end early though, because I have to leave at 3.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too. Well, we all do that.
Yeah,
We only have the room until 3.
yeah.
Okay, so more characters that we like.
Yeah. Well, let's focus on villains then. If not,
yeah,
if not
definitely.
Bill Cipher, what are some? Obviously, William Afton. We know that.
Villains are always. This is like a mantra of mine. Villains are always more interesting than the hero.
Yeah.
True. I kind of agree.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Think about some scenarios where it's not. How about that? Think about some scenarios where the villain is less interesting than the hero.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay, sure. That is true because that's much more down to earth.
But that's also where the story is focused.
And
What was
The
that?
Joker's way more interesting than Batman. You kidding me about that nonsense?
I think the Joker is more interesting too. Also,
yeah.
You guys
yeah,
have to make pencils disappear. Batman can't. Do
yeah,
that.
exactly.
It's John Wick.
No, that's
I
Batman.
know, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, but
No.
So what are some other villains
Villains
that we
I
like?
There's so many good ones. I just can't think of any right now.
Yeah. Well, we have the classics like Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah, Darth Vader is an excellent villain.
Very good
One of the
villain.
most well-rated, just simply because of who he is.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
What is he a villain?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think we had a conversation about this.
Do you know who
on
Darth-
Compass, and I won.
Do you know who Darth Vader was inspired by?
Who?
Hitler.
Was he really?
Yes.
He actually was.
Yeah, and the stormtroopers were inspired by the Nazis.
Wow.
So do you want to run that by me again, Hunter?
Do we need a moral
Is this
compass
true?
part 2?
Technically, we did do a moral
Is
compass
this
on.
true?
Yes.
Oh.
He was like, "Whoa."
Hey, Hunter
It's
still won
true.
though. Hunter still
How
won
about
that
Lord
debate.
of the Rings? Are there any good villains in Lord of the Rings?
Oh well, so I will say. So
Oh wait,
let's put this.
yeah, we've been
We haven't even talked about this. There's a little bit more small talk here, but
yeah.
something we've been planning for a while is an entire day where we just hang out, and the hangout is dedicated to watching all 3 Lord of the Rings director's cuts back to back without
Please
well,
pray for
obviously
us.
we can take breaks, but
that is
the
okay.
entire day just watching the movies.
Yeah.
And if anybody doesn't know, these movies are
Long.
like 3.5 hours at the least each.
I'll look it up. I'll
Yeah.
calculate.
It's like 3.5 hours. That's like where it.
So we're probably gonna have
Basically
to. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be doing boring planning stuff on the podcast, but
Mhm.
probably gonna have to get to Hunter's house around like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Hunter,
Yes,
Huh?
I know you don't. You're making a weird face over there.
No,
You're-
I'm looking at the inspired by Hitler thing. I don't know. It's weird. It didn't say anything about being based off Hitler, but it's weird if it was, because they made, well, he's been through way worse than Hitler was.
Luke Skywalker?
Anakin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anakin
I guess
Skywalker,
so.
he was a slave before.
Mm.
well, yeah.
and he was on a
that's
planet
true.
that he hated because
He
he
has-
had sand.
He has more reason to become a villain. I
Yeah.
think,
Right,
is what
right,
and
the-
yeah.
he
Hitler
literally
was
got
just-
chopped into lava.
Yeah.
Chopped in the
had-
lava.
yeah. He got his arm and leg.
I know.
He got his arm and legs cut off.
The sentence made sense. It was just very funny.
Yeah.
He got chopped in the lava.
But
If he was, it's very different because he was inspired by him.
yes.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, no, not based off.
Yeah.
Of
So that's why I'm
inspired.
saying he's still technically not that bad of a person.
Okay.
Mm. He
Okay.
became a
Part
bad person.
part 2 to the conversation we were having.
Oh yeah, sorry, we got
It's okay.
sidetracked. But
But this Lord of the Rings hangout.
Mm-hmm.
Now the reason I bring that up is because you asked me if there's any good villains in the series, and there definitely is. There's one that I really love, but my one gripe about the franchise and about the story, which was fine for the time that it came out, the one thing I don't like about Lord of the Rings is that it's very black and white. So the
I was
it's
like,
not in
yeah,
black and
I know.
white.
I was like, at first, I was like, wait a minute.
The way they handle good and evil is very black and white.
Yeah.
The good people are the heroes, and then the villains are just plain
Well, it's not
evil.
focused on being a divisive story.
Right. And for the time that it came out, it's
So
very
wrong.
good. But for the stories we have today, where it's like
yeah.
it's always morally ambiguous, and
Mhm.
the villains having good ambitions to be the way that they are.
Mhm.
You can think
Um,
about both sides.
Yeah, so it's a bit outdated in that aspect, but there's one villain, which he's a villain, but he's more like neutral evil.
Is he the one that has the game based off of him?
Yes,
That really, really,
yes,
really good.
he's my
game?
favorite character. He's
I just love him. He's so handsome.
yeah, he's very beautiful. No, but there you go. He's
You know what
my
we're talking about?
I don't.
He had a whole game based off of him
Gollum.
that was
I'm talking about
that
Gollum.
one.
Yeah.
yeah, that was like the most worstest game.
Yeah. It was a
It was
terrible
amazing.
game.
I couldn't think of who in that
Yeah.
in the movie
Oh,
franchise had a
let me
character.
read this because
I love Gollum. I don't know why I just didn't think about
I
him.
sent the meaty junkies, these two, a picture
He's not a villain.
that I thought was very interesting that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
There have been 8 Harry Potter movies,
Mm-hmm.
of which they have won 0 Oscars.
Wow.
33 Marvel movies, which have won 4 Oscars.
Mhm.
11 Star Wars movies, which have won 7 Oscars, and 3 Lord of the Rings movies, which has won 17 Oscars.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
so
statistics.
that got me pretty hyped for the Lord of the Rings.
They're
right
very
now.
good.
Yeah, they seem really good. They seem very beloved.
Yeah.
He's not a villain. Gollum's not a villain. Okay.
Eh.
You've never
I-
seen
No,
it.
no.
Have you watched the movies?
I know what happened. I know why he's a bad guy. Wasn't he a character in like one of the first movies or something like that, and then he got turned into that?
Well, okay. Well, we don't want to get into
Don't
it,
spoil
but
anything for me.
but
I didn't know. I didn't see it. I've only read the
he's-
first chapter of the first book a few times.
yeah. So he definitely has better. He's not as evil as the main villain.
Yeah.
But he's
Voldemort?
he's definitely a villain.
Yeah.
Voldemort. Yeah.
That's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure, that makes sense. Hey,
What?
no Harry Potter movies won an Oscar?
That
That's
sucks.
crazy to me.
I love
I haven't watched any of them, so
Read the books?
no.
I've watched.
What?
I've watched
I
them
know
all.
virtually the only time I've watched a Harry Potter movie was watched, quote unquote, is when they would like play it in school.
Mhm.
And
How have you never seen
I would
Harry
never-
Potter?
I've
Nev-
watched the Harry Potter movies.
You,
now.
who is all about amazing stories, like Harry
Mhm.
Potter's so good.
I have watched
I-
Harry Potter.
And
movies.
this is coming from it's like I've fallen out of Harry Potter. Like I went through a phase where I read the entire series and loved it, and watched the
Mhm.
movies, and I just think it's a really solid story. I think it's very well told. I think that the fan base can get very intense, but it's for
Yeah.
a good reason because
Yeah.
it's good.
Most fan bases get really intense.
yeah,
That's true, like,
I've just never,
yeah,
I guess, been given the chance to get into it.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe we'll have to give you that chance.
Yeah.
we have our
true.
whole lives to live. We
Recent
have to-
rec right there.
Yeah, recent rec. Well, I mean, I think most people, except for Austin, has read Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
it's not recent.
yeah.
Luke had a phase of reading the books and watching the movies. I watched the movies like that, like hundreds of times.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad would read like a chapter or two to us every night for like a year and a half, which is pretty fun.
Wow.
We-
They're
and
very
every-
big books, right? Yeah.
The first, it starts off pretty like small,
Mhm.
and then it gets bigger and bigger, and then it gets smaller. The last two are a bit smaller than the fifth one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of great characters in that book,
Mhm.
which is why I'm going to use the segue back into our topic.
Well, so here's another segue back into the topic since we were just talking about Gollum, who's kind of a neutral evil kind of character. Are there any other neutral evil kind of characters?
Or just the alignment chart. I like the alignment chart, like the
Like, what do you
like
mean?
neutral evil, chaotic, chaotic.
Yeah.
Good. Like I like that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, what are some like very morally
Ooh,
great characters?
that's a good episode actually. I should get some characters together
Really
and we can
great.
decide where they go. Okay, we're gonna do that, but not.
Isn't that just moral compass?
No, we're gonna decide where they go in the alignment
Darth
chart. That's different.
Sidious.
Yeah. What is that?
Darth Sidious.
You mean Emperor Palpatine? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he's a bad guy.
Nah, he's pretty moral.
Chaotic
Yeah.
evil, I'd say.
I'd say he's worse than Darth Vader.
Yeah, I mean,
Eh.
Yeah, no dip. He's the guy who controlled it.
I would say Darth Vader is almost even in like
compared to him.
neutral evil.
yeah, because he does kill
territory.
Palpatine.
Yeah, he does. He has his redemption at the end.
Right.
So
The real reason why he's so mean is because of that armor. The armor is really bad.
It just really ticks him off. He's like,
Yeah.
oh
no,
man.
the armor is like designed to like just not be that good for him.
like
Yeah, I
That's why
know.
that's why his breathing is so bad.
like
Everything
lore
is-
wise, it basically tortures them or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
torturing him.
Yeah.
You see when he takes the helmet off and returns to China, and he's like there's like a Q-tip like.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks very great.
Ow.
I will say.
Hit my
What are okay morally great neutral
More-
evil
more
characters?
characters.
trying to think.
Yeah, Neutral Evil is probably my favorite. It's so
Mhm.
interesting to me.
Yeah, it's
The Pale King from Hollow Knight.
it's hard to tell.
Oh, shout out to my friend Nathan who actually has been playing Hollow Knight a lot
Oh.
recently. He yesterday beat P5 first try.
He's-
He's really good at video games.
He said he beat Pantheon 5 first try.
Yeah, he sent me a video of like yeah.
He showed you that he did it too.
Well, he didn't show me, but he texted me immediately. I think he said, okay, I'm going to try P5 for the first time, like to mark off. Okay, I just unlocked it. I'm going to try it, and then he texted me like 12 minutes later. He's like, just beat it.
No way.
He's really good at video games.
No
dude. Like,
way.
I'm telling you, he's really good at that.
You'll have to like show me proof
I'll
or
get
something.
confirmation. But I believe him, and I know this guy. Like
Yeah.
he's
That's
not-
insane.
yeah, he's-
it took me months
I
to
know.
beat Pantheon
Well,
5.
he also like I mean, we're older, so we're a lot more busy with our lives. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not to say that he isn't.
Yeah.
This random. This is the
Oh,
most
yeah.
attention you're ever gonna get from the
Yeah.
podcast, buddy.
Guys, I have so much stuff in my life.
Yeah, Hunter probably is the least busy out of all of us.
Yeah.
And Austin's probably the most busy.
Yeah. But
Which is actually kind of reflective of how the group chat works.
yeah.
Hunter usually starts a conversation. I usually help out. Austin will jump in like every month.
Every now and
Every
again.
month at
Yeah.
least
Every
once.
blue moon,
Yeah.
I'll get in there. But
And we're talking about pizza or what was the other thing that you talked about the other day? Where it was like
Honestly, I probably should have waited to say my choice for pizza.
yeah.
it is true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was your choice? You like Marco's more than East of Chicago?
No, I was just saying that to be funny. I
Oh.
like East of Chicago more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked my mom if she went Marco's, and I was like, "You're wrong."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marcos
Anyway.
is-
Which is
Yeah.
why she's a neutral evil.
Oh,
yeah.
Back
No,
on
more
topic,
chaotic
baby.
evil.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But,
Okay, so what about Rotten Ralph?
yeah, where does he stand
Yeah.
in the evil?
He
Well, maybe we
is-
switch the episode.
He
Maybe we
is
switch the episode.
beyond godly. What's the very, very good one? I can't think of the
There's neutral,
name. There's neutral-
chaotic, and
What about like the good ones? Like
yeah, well, the neutral good, chaotic good, and then
yeah, it's all the same, really.
good. I don't know.
Good.
Well, there's chaotic good.
Yeah, like
Yes.
I'd say I'm pretty much a chaotic good.
Chaotic
So
good
just-
is like
I have people's best intentions in mind, but I'm also very crazy with the way I go about them sometimes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I'm
So
pretty intense.
so us as characters.
Yeah,
Then,
here we go.
who's the most evil? I don't know.
I don't think any of us are in the evil category.
Yeah.
I'd say probably all neutral good.
Mhm.
I'd say I'm probably a bit more chaotic good, but
Okay.
I do have very, very good intentions. I know I'm just like, take my word for it. I have good
Yeah.
intentions,
Guys,
but it's true.
he's been gaslighting us the
Yeah.
entire time.
Well,
Yeah.
if I tell people how I am right off the bat, then I don't have to worry about figuring out who I am. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I just have to lay it all out there. You know.
Very true. Very true. Okay, more characters.
More characters.
Let's see. What are some bad characters you don't like?
Oh, that's hard for me. I gotta think about that more.
Yeah.
Like there are some like Ace Attorney characters who were just dumb to me.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy from A Quiet Place, the boy. I've come around a little bit on him. Remember when I was watching the movie, I was just hating on him so
Oh
much.
yeah.
I had this.
The-
I
the
was so
son.
mad at him, dude.
Yeah. He was.
He
I
makes
think-
it. But what I will say about those movies is that all the characters are very smart, which is very different from most horror movies.
True.
There's lawful good, neutral.
Oh,
good,
lawful. That's right.
chaotic good, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral.
What is
Um,
lawful good? What does that mean?
Like they're the most good is good.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
they're
the
the most
most.
I was about to rattle off some names of people that we know, and I was like,
Yeah.
Lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil.
So okay. So lawful good is as good as you can be, basically.
Yeah, which I don't think any of us are lawful good, because I don't think any of us are like.
That's a weird name
I
for
feel
that one.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like
Lawful.
lawful good is very just like you have to follow the rules and you have to do everything by the book. You know,
Yeah.
like that's what springs to mind to me when I think of lawful good.
Yeah.
So maybe I think probably more neutral
This
good.
hurts my brain.
What hurt your
I
brain?
just looked at the D&D alignment for
Yeah.
this one, and it says true neutral, and it says lawful good, lawful neutral, neutral good.
Uh-oh. Don't look at that one.
Neutral
Yeah.
good, chaotic good.
That one's gonna break your brain.
Yeah.
Is this like what? And then it's
We
chaotic
will-
good, lawful neutral.
Bill
lawful
Cipher is
evil.
definitely a chaotic evil.
Yeah.
He's
He's
like
a good
the
example
he's
of
like
that.
the cornerstone. I feel like of like chaotic evil characters. Yeah.
We'll have to have a whole episode
Yeah.
about putting
It's pretty
characters
cool.
where they belong.
How about I talk about some books I've been reading? Tuesdays with Maury. Everyone in that book is pretty much a lawful good or a neutral
Yeah.
good,
I don't think there's
whatever.
any bad
I
people
know,
in that
I
movie.
love that book so much. It's
Yeah.
so hard.
Or in that book, yeah.
I haven't seen the movie. I've seen the play. Like
The movie's good too.
Yeah, I'll
Hunter,
watch it.
what?
Yeah, what's going on?
I found a fries one for the lawful good chart.
Fries?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's sweet potato and it's lawful good. I think that is the most incorrect statement
I-
I've ever heard of.
I agree with you. I
I
hate.
genuinely hate sweet
my
potato
gosh.
fries.
This is like mentioning Hunter's famous quote. Arby's is not that bad if you only get the fries.
I hate sweet potato. I will say, I had Arby's for the first time ever not that long ago,
Uh-huh.
and it was pretty good.
Really?
I had the.
Wow, that's very controversial.
To be fair though, all I had was the mozzarella sticks.
the fries.
I had fries, and then I had the chicken tenders,
What was,
which you
what was
can't
the
mess
best
up.
out of all three?
The mozzarella sticks.
Oh
I
yeah.
just
Very
don't
good.
understand what like these are supposed to be.
Actually, I think I would enjoy that meal.
It's
I-
very.
That sounds like a loop meal.
If you
What
think
else? What,
Sweet potato fries are the best, and you need help.
I don't know.
Yes.
I think it's the way that they would act if they were people, right?
I don't know. Well, yes,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Maybe.
But it says marketing alignment charts on.
Marketing.
And then it says neutral good, and then it says cheese fries. Chaotic good, which is curly fries, which I understand.
Yeah.
Lawful neutral waffle fries. True.
You don't like
neutral-
waffle fries?
No,
I
I like
love
those are
waffle.
amazing.
They're
I-
so.
I don't like when they're too potato-y. Like that's not my thing.
Hunter and I are very similar in taste, apparently.
No.
True neutral.
Hunter's more similar to me. He didn't want plain pasta. Remember?
Oh yeah,
True
true.
neutral standard cut.
Okay.
Chaotic neutral tater tots, which
That's not a French fry.
I don't know if those count.
I love tater tots.
We need
yeah, they're good, but like I don't know if they count.
We need to clip just this part of the episode.
Lawful evil, which is crinkle cut. Neutral evil steak fries,
Okay, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
chaotic evil poutine.
Wait, what?
Poutine.
What is?
Oh, I thought you meant the person, Putin.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, he's
Poutine,
definitely.
my favorite fry.
chaotic good boom.
I've never been to the Rail, the restaurant called the Rail.
I've heard of it.
They have like the best fries. Like their skinny fries are like
Very
the
good.
best fries. Yeah.
I love this podcast.
I do too. Thank you, Hunter.
It's potatoes. It's the same kind of thing as lawful good, which is straight cut.
Mhm.
Neutral good is
Wait,
just.
so you were genuinely just giving us a compliment there. I was waiting for the punchline.
Chaotic good tater tots, lawful neutral crinkle cut, and then true neutral is just a potato. Chaotic neutral.
You know
is
what? I'm changing. If we do this episode, I'm changing it to not characters, but just random food and objects.
chaotic neutral.
The thing me and Jackie's attempt
Yeah.
to talk about
There's
characters.
lawful fries, lawful evil, which is of course sweet potato fries, which is the true definitive. Which actually they should be chaotic evil, but
Yeah.
Well, I don't think chaotic evil is
I don't
more
know what
evil.
these
It's just
are.
the kind of evil that it
they're
is.
like potato wedges, which is neutral evil, and then chaotic evil is crinkle cut fries.
Crinkle cut fries.
Yeah. I like crinkle cut. I
Yeah.
like waffle fries. I think my favorite fries. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like JoJo's. Oh my god, I love JoJo's.
JoJo's, I never had them.
Yeah, they're
You're
so
getting a
good.
call from potential. Oh, it's gone now.
Okay,
Potential
scam call.
Yeah. My cousin
Yeah.
potential.
But what does that mean?
My cousin potential. Last name spam. Can you imagine if you name your child that just to prank everybody? So
Potential scam.
whenever they call you,
It's just pranking the child. He's never gonna get an answer.
Okay,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, we're
that
about,
would be very chaotic evil. Of
that
them.
would be. Just so you know, host, I think we're about out of time.
I know. Yeah.
We talked about characters for maybe like 30% of the
Yeah.
episode.
And then fries. The rest.
You know what? But honestly, that's my favorite kind of episode is when we
It's very
enjoy
good.
the discussion.
I will say, can I just say,
Mhm.
I love only recording one episode.
I know.
It's
There's
so
something about
fun.
it.
It's
It's
so
I know.
amazing.
It's so much nicer.
I don't know why. Like I thought double shooting would be so nice, but I feel more.
It's so
I feel more stressed out, and then the second episode I'm usually a bit more lower energy.
Yeah, it's just very
It's
low
because
energy.
when we have to do double recording, it's because.
And then you go so long without recording again, and you
Yeah.
have to get back into it. and
It
it's
just it throws everything off.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be like a safeguard, like okay, we have one episode backed up, but it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like that.
right. But
Oh,
very good episode, Luke.
thank you. My burping.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you can take away the outro
I,
whenever.
guys who enjoyed this very funny episode, I thought it was very
we
good.
did enjoy
I
this.
look
very
forward
fun
to our D&D Alive and Shred episode that we'll definitely do.
Mhm.
But for now, let's hit them with the 3, 2, 1.
Peace out, media junkies.